The Justice of the Duke, a collection of short stories written by Rafael Sabatini, narrated by Wesley Scott. The Honor of Verona. Cesare Borgia, Duke of Valentinois and Romanga, rose slowly from his chair and slowly crossed to the window of that spacious chamber in the Rocca of Imola. He stood there in the autumn sunshine, gazing down upon the tented meadow and the river beyond, and upon the long ribbon of road, the ancient Via Aemilia, stretching smooth and straight, with never a crease until it was lost in the distant hazy pile that was Faenza. That road which crosses northern Italy diagonally, a line of almost unwavering straightness for 100 miles from the ancient Rubicon to Piacenza, may well have been a source of pride to Marcus Aemilius Lepidus some 1500 years before. To Cesare Borgia, contemplating it upon that autumn day, it was no better than a source of vexation, a way north and south by which to his relief might march the troops he did not dare to summon. From the road his eyes shifted again to the besieging camp in the meadows by the river. There all was bustle, an incessant movement of men and horses, industrious as a colony of ants. Yonder a group of engineers were mounting a park of artillery with which they hoped to smash a way into his stronghold. Farther off was a great coming and going of glittering armed figures about the large green tent that housed the too daring Venanzio Verona. Away to the west, a half-naked swarm of men labored with picks and spades at a ditch by which to deviate the water from the river and so serve them as a rampart against any sudden sortie of the besieged. A faint hum of all this business reached the watcher in his eyrie, and he cursed it between contempt and anger. Contempt, to think how the mere lifting of his finger would scatter that presumptuous little army, as a flock of sparrows scatters perceiving the hawk poised above them in the blue. Anger, to consider that he dared not lift that same finger, lest other and greater plans, not yet mature, should suffer by this too early display of might. Contempt again of this fool Verona and his petty daring to conceive that Cesare Borgia was at the end of his resources and a prey for such a handful of mercenaries, the very sweepings of the martial marketplaces Verona had assembled. Anger again that for a day, for an hour, he must allow Verona to continue in that conceit. With what a puffed-up arrogance would not this fool of Camerino be ordered?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?